I'm already trying to work on a tan with my half an hour of exercise a day. Nothing beats chips from a chip shop. Like, they're a different breed of chip. Americans think you're crazy, by the way. I can't handle when someone doesn't respect the laws of the queue. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, I am Yvette and I moved to the UK in May last year and I'm documenting my experiences. So because, well, I'm gonna wait for that siren, terribly sorry. I love this song. Since I've lived here almost a year, I thought it would be fun to see if I have fully adapted to British culture. So I found this article by The Mirror, which I know, controversial article choice, but I thought nonetheless, they have an article called 40 Signs You're British. So I thought it'd be fun to go through that and see which of these I do or don't do, and then I'll be able to see whether or not I have fully adapted to British life. The name of the quiz list is called 40 Signs You're Secretly British. So you can follow along at home and tell me how British you are, and that includes people who were born in this country, because you could be born in the UK and hate tea and hate talking about the weather and love, I don't know, guns. I don't know, what's a not British thing? So we'll score it at the end, but we'll see how we go. 1 point for everything. Cool? I'm not going to do screen record because it's just a list, so we'll just have a counter down the bottom. Number 1, you like to talk about the weather. I definitely love to talk about the weather. I have talked to you about the weather. I asked for weather app recommendations. I love the weather talk. It's I know it makes me like 60 years old on the inside, but I don't care. I need to know. And the UK's weather has been amazing. It's like 24 degrees today and I have no back garden. Help me. Number 2, queuing. This doesn't seem like a big deal until you go to a country that doesn't know how to queue, and then I turn into a rage ball. So yeah, I like to queue, and I can't handle when someone doesn't respect the laws of the queue. We all know, no cutting. 3, having a roast dinner on Sundays. To be honest, I don't love a roast. I don't want to say that too loudly. I know the UK loves their roasts, but I'm just like, it's just vegetables and gravy. I do think I'm gonna cook a Yorkshire pudding though, and this is not the weather for it, it's far too hot, but when have I ever done anything that made sense or logical? But Yorkshire pudding's good, but the rest of a Sunday roast is just like, I'm not that fussed on it. I've had roasts growing up and they weren't on Sundays. 4, putting the kettle on in a crisis. Do I do that? Probably. I'll give it to myself. I haven't had any crises, to be honest. I like tea more in winter, just me personally, because it's like nice and comforting and warm to hold. So yeah, but that's just me. In winter I'm more likely to have tea. Liking fish and chips. I freaking love fish and chips. Like, more so the chips than the fish, if I'm honest, but hey, fish and chips, it's great. Nothing beats chips from a chip shop. Like, they're a different breed of chip. Using tea as a cure to fix everything. I don't think so. I use chocolate to fix everything, so we're not going to give that one. Saying sorry too frequently. 1000%. I apologized to a door the other day. Do you know how insane I'm getting in this apartment? I spoke to the dishwasher this morning. I walked over and went, did I not put you on last night? And then closed it like it was sentient. Quarantine's not okay for my mental health. Okay, so saying sorry, definitely do that. Saying please and thank you, 1000%. I appreciate manners, always. Mum raised me right. Dunking tea in biscuits. To be honest, it's like 50% of the reason I'm having a tea is to eat a biscuit with it. And you gotta play the game of how long you can keep the biscuit in. Going to the pub. I like a British pub more than an Australian pub. Pub meals are great, the atmosphere is fun and chill. Yeah, I miss going to the pub since lockdown. Having a stiff upper lip. Oh, yeah, I would like to say no, but I definitely am not an emotional person. I'm actually pretty reserved and like dead inside, so yeah, British. Having a dry sense of humor. Yes, British sense of humor is the best. So definitely, and all my favorite comedies are British, so sense of humor is on point. So that's 10. Having good manners, like I said, manners are number 1 to me. So that's 11. I need to keep track of this somehow. Sarcasm, once again, dry sense of humor. Yes, definitely. Eating a fry up for breakfast. Sorry, gotta bail on you that one. I don't mind I just don't like a fry up for breakfast. Daniel and I often do brinner, which is breakfast for dinner. I just don't like that much food for breakfast in the morning, like greasy food. Give it to me for dinner, but not for breakfast. Being proud of where you are from. I can't take that, I'm not from here. And I left where I'm from, so I guess I can't say I'm too proud of it. Pulling together in a crisis, 1000%. I love the community and the clapping for the NHS. It's beautiful and warms my heart. Not complaining in a restaurant when the food is poor. Oh my gosh, so real. Once I had an Eggs Benedict and the egg was like, literally had half a shell on it and I was just eating around it and I'm like, this is fine, this is fine. And my mum's like, no, it isn't. Let me get the waitress. I'm like, no, it's fine, I'll just pick the egg shell out. I still would never have caused a fuss. Never. Having meals based on what day it is, like Fishy Friday. I used to do Thai day night, so we'd have Thai food on Fridays. Thai day night, Friday night. Also having a pun. We're having puns on this list. Having a barbecue as soon as the sun comes out. Nah, I'm not taking that one. No bait for me. Holding the door open for someone when they're unnecessarily so far that they have to run up to the door. Yeah, probably. I guess. I hold the door open for people. Is that the right thing to do? Wearing shorts and sunglasses the second the sun comes out. Yes, I'm already trying to work on a tan with my half an hour of exercise a day. It's not going well, as you can see, but we're trying. Respecting our elders, but of course, nothing makes my blood boil more than when you're watching the news and then there's like, such and such broken and assaulted an old lady. I'm like, what is actually wrong with you? How? They're so, no, can't. Makes me so angry. Moaning about the commute. It took me an hour and a half to get to my office when I was doing training and I made sure to tell every single person in the office. Saying right before you're about to do something. Don't reckon I do that. Being tolerant. 100%. That's one of the reasons I came here. Because Australia's not that tolerant. They say they are, but then they're not. Just trust me when I say they're not. Being squashed on the train by a larger person and pretending you don't notice when they're half sitting on your seat. Do I do that? I think I passive aggressively will like slowly shoulder them off. So I don't think I do that. So I'm not going to count that one. Shouting way when someone drops a pint in the pub. I do, but the thing you yell in Australia is you either go wee or taxi. Taxi's the thing we yell, and I realize it's only Australia that does it. Americans think you're crazy, by the way. Just saying. If you go taxi or like way, like they don't normally celebrate when someone fucks up, but hey, here we are. Never letting your emotions get the better of you. Like I said, I'm kind of dead inside. Putting ketchup on everything. 100% do not like ketchup. And who wrote this? Who writes ketchup? Isn't it tomato sauce? American list. Uttering ah after taking the first sip of a cold beer. I'll change that to soft drink or fizzy drink, not beer. Loving to hate the royal family. Oh, do I hate the royal family? I don't think so. I generally loved when the Queen came and did her statement on TV, and I definitely watched that, so I can't say, no, I can't do that, because I don't hate them. Eating cucumber sandwiches. Hard no, do not like cucumber. Always cleaning your plate at dinner time. Mum taught me that, and I think I struggle to lose weight because of it, so thanks, Mum. Refusing to eat non-Heinz baked beans. Yeah, Heinz is the best. What are you wasting your time with the other guys for? Being culturally aware. Yes. So that was, yes. So yeah, 100%. So that's like, don't be like, I love ham in front of a Jewish person, I guess. Don't know why you'd say that. Also, I don't eat meat, so I would never say that. Yeah, I guess because I have a few parts of my personality that get, you know, jovially picked on. I'm very self-aware of like other people, like not wanting them to feel bad, because I often get, I don't want to say bullied because it's really not that intense, but you know what I mean, like, because I don't eat meat, people are always like, oh, you got no protein, you're so weak, and I'm like, haha, let me try and outrun you. I will win. Not swearing or using any bad language. Well, who wrote this? 100% the Brits are the best at insults. Personally, I think Scots are the absolute insult kings of the world. They're so creative, like they just take things that aren't even insulting and make them insulting. Like they'll be like, oh, what's the most mundane thing, like a radiator? They'll be like, you wonky radiator, bastard, or something, and like it's an insult. It's amazing. So I don't know who wrote, I'm taking off that and the ketchup because this list was written not by a Brit. And the fact that I know that should give me a point in itself. Brits love bad language. What are they talking about? Maybe Americans don't realize they're being insulted. Like how you say mate to, like Australians will call someone a mate when they're insulting them and call someone the C word when they're their friend. Respecting LGBT culture. Yes, obviously, 1000%, huge, like you do, love is love, you do you. Being open with your, how is this list is so irritating. It says, being open with your feelings and emotions, and earlier it was like literally, that's number 39, and then number 29 was never letting your emotions get the better of you, so no, that's not even legit. And being supportive of immigration. Once again, that's a bit I am, obviously, because I'm here and I'm an immigrant, so I have to agree with that, but also I don't know if Brits are with the whole Brexit thing, so I don't know if we can count that. But nonetheless, I got 83%, is that right? Did I get the math wrong? 82%. So I think that shows I am fully indoctrinated into British culture, and I think a few of those were wrong, which makes me the most British, more British than whoever wrote that list. So you guys should tally up your scores in the comments below and tell me how many out of the 40 did you agree with. How British are you? You can make a percentage, or you can just tell me the score. I think it'd be really interesting because I'd like to know how many Brits score 100 or close to, because if I get 83 and then an actual British person's like, oh, I only got 20%, the test is obviously not very good or reflective. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit subscribe if you liked it, so I can see you next time. No pressure, but if you want, I'd love to have you here with my gang. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye.